Good afternoon, you guys. It is vlogtober day 22, I believe now. It is almost the end, but I'm pretty sure I will keep up vlogging after this is over as well, especially since they've just been combined vlogs. They've been super easy to keep up with. I just had a great lunch. Avery is at our factory and I am handling emails and costing for production because we're about to start production, which is really exciting. We've had some ups and downs over the past couple days, but everything seems to be like working itself out, except for a few minor details. We ordered production buttons from our fantastic trim place, and they are one of my favorite vendors that we work with by far. They're so sweet there. And unfortunately, one set of the buttons did not come out the right color. We custom dye everything. We realized when we got to our factory, and then we took them back to the button place, just running all around LA. And they're just redoing them for us. No questions asked. We're so nice and rushing it. And I was concerned. Like, if we were in New York, I would have been so stressed out about that. Just like all the people that we dealt with there. Not that they're bad people by any means, but there is just a much different energy there, business-wise, than there is here. And everyone is so nice and much more laid back here. But like also they get the stuff done in the same way that they do in New York. I feel like they're more honest about timelines here though. Making some chickpea scramble with broccoli, mushrooms, and I'm gonna put an avocado in it too. Morning emails. My breakfast though is so good.
You're sure?
Yeah.
Been making a thumbnail and cooking. Good morning, you guys. I'm making breakfast. I'm doing tofu scramble and a field roast sausage. Super easy. And fast breakfast that's savory instead of sweet like most of my breakfasts normally are. But sometimes it's just too much for you, you know? But field roast sausages are the best. Their hot dogs are as well. You gotta try them. Worth the money. Avery just ran to our factory. We have to run there a few times today for drop-offs. So, saving money via Uber Pool. So I'm not going because it's cheaper that way. And then we have to go back later to pick up most of our samples that are done and graded into different sizes as well. So that's really exciting. Hopefully everything is good. I have been listening to a podcast and it's called Glossy Podcast, and I just listened to one with Reformation's founder and CEO and it was really interesting. I also listened to one with Glossier's CFO, but the Reformation one I was just learning more about their sustainability report and just like their entire business and how it's been going for the past like 7 years and how they innovate with technology. If any of you guys are remotely interested in that stuff, you should give it a listen. You should give that podcast a listen to. It's mainly like fashion and beauty brand startups or big brands and people talking about how it's all going for them. I love that kind of stuff. Best thing to listen to when I'm working. Usually I would also add produce in here to make this a bit healthier, but not today. Now, as I eat this, it is time to get back. Sorry for the noise, by the way. It's just because we closed the vents because it's really cold. It is time, though, to get back on my apartment hunting. I haven't really talked to you guys much about this, just because I'm afraid of jinxing it. I'm pretty much 100% certain that we are moving back to New York City, somewhere in Brooklyn. I'm looking a lot in Bushwick and Bed-Stuy, some in like East Williamsburg. The rents have gone down a lot because the L train is shutting down, and thankfully for Avery and I, it's not the biggest dilemma ever if we don't have a super accessible like train path, because we don't need to commute every day. Obviously it's still annoying, but I'm willing to do that. We are going to be living with some other people, looking to get like a 3 or 4 bedroom apartment, and 2 of the bedrooms will be ours, so that we have one to store inventory. Our friend's lease is up at the end of November, so that gives you an idea on timelines. I think we're going to go to New York sometime at the beginning of November and look at apartments. I mean, I've done so much searching online. It's crazy. I'm using StreetEasy, which is pretty typical, and filtering through no-fee rentals. I paid a broker's fee for my last apartment, which is probably one of my biggest regrets in life. It was like $3,300 just to get the apartment and like nothing else. And like the broker didn't do anything for me. I just found that apartment online, went and saw it and signed on it, and I had to get for $3,300. I mean, she was really nice, but I will never do that again. So the pickings are a bit more slim because trying to find one that doesn't have a broker's fee. I made this tofu nice and crispy. It is great. I'm really glad that we have been in Los Angeles for like the past 3 weeks and just hanging out and experiencing what it would be like more so to live here, because I feel like it's further solidified my idea that I don't really want to live here. And it's not that there's anything wrong with it, but just doing like tasks like sitting on the freeway during traffic or parking in like a parking garage, and I don't know, things like that just really get it for me. And not really being able to like walk around so much. Like no one really walks around here unless you're downtown, it seems like, or in like a really popular area. Everyone just always drives. And with the air quality, like when I go on my weather app to see how warm it is outside today, it always says like unhealthy air quality for sensitive groups. And that just makes me paranoid. I don't like that at all. And I know New York's not the best either, but it's nice to come here when I can and probably be here all the time. But I'm really excited to settle down sometime soon. Even though it's not really going to be settling down, it's sort of an inconvenient time to move with like the holidays and everything. I haven't been back to West Virginia this year at all yet. So, just busy timing. I wish we would have just gone straight to New York from here, but Avery has some doctor's appointments that we have to go back to St. Louis for. And when we travel, just to like save some money, and just because it's not even that bad, but it does make the day longer, we usually take a train to Chicago to get like a super cheap flight. Like our flights are always round trip, like under $100 to New York or LA from Chicago via Spirit Airlines. So it's worth it for us, but the train ride is like 5 to 6 hours. They have Wi-Fi, the seats are super comfortable, you can sleep and work and eat and do whatever. But I'll be doing that a few times in the next couple months, like usual, I guess. And then I think when we move, we are gonna have to drive to New York from St. Louis. Long drive. If you guys have any moving tips though for driving and like what service you've used, let me know. I think we're probably just going to get our own U-Haul and drive it because we have like a mattress and mirrors and a bunch of other stuff. Any suggestions are appreciated. Good morning, you guys. It's Saturday, and I'm at our friend's desk on my computer, working and apartment hunting. I think we need to shoot something for Calvin Klein today. Besides that, our schedule is pretty flexible, catching up on older stuff that needs to get done. What we're doing with Calvin has to be like a couple shoot. We've had a lot more people reaching out to us lately trying to get branded content like that from us, which is really interesting and funny. It's like 80 degrees outside as normal. I was just checking the weather back in St. Louis since we're about to leave and go there, and it's like 40 degrees and I'm so excited for that.